this coffee? Well, no. This is coffee.
Well, I have to be quiet because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but this is very bad coffee. In my case, the story of coffee is related with my origin from Colombia. So this is a story about Colombian coffee. And what I have here is try to replicate the ideal of what a Colombian shop is. When I came to Slovenia, I started drinking coffee, but I started drinking the coffee of the Italian tradition. It was more like a social thing here. When I was working in an architectural office, every day at 11 we were going to the shop downstairs and we were ordering coffee. This is 2,000 euros, so this brand is one of the best in the world. And then in 2012 I went to Colombia. I saw like I'm missing this, I didn't have a schedule, I always have my free time, but I say, okay, I want to recover this tradition from Slovenia, and I discovered cafes in Colombia. So in the neighborhood, in Quinta Camacho, I started going to a place that was called Bourbon. I was going always there because the coffee was good. And then I say to this guy, look, I'm leaving Colombia, but I want you to teach me what you do in this cafe, because I want to open what you have here in Slovenia. So it was 2 weeks of process, and he gave me classes of roasting, of brewing coffee, filter, espresso roast, making cold brew. Yes, that's crazy, no? When I came here, I just had the idea of how to bring the coffee. It was a very long process, and I was almost desperate because nobody replied to me. Nobody was interested because I was just bringing only 400 kilos of coffee. And usually people who buy coffee buy containers, the largest roaster in Slovenia, Bar Cafe, is roasting 50 tons of coffee per day. I was bringing 400 kilos, not even half a ton. So nobody was like paying attention to me, it's no sense. And I was just, oh, nobody's gonna reply to me. So I was like checking videos in YouTube of people speaking about coffee. And they mentioned a firm in Colombia. And I just sent an email, that was the email number 100. And poof, immediately got the reply. I said, wow, first person who replies to me. And I told the story, I don't want to buy your coffee. I can buy your coffee, I haven't tried, but I want to buy the coffee of this guy. I said, yes, we can do something. And that's how everything started.
No, I can tell, man. How many conchitas have you had already?
That's his third cocktail.
What do you want to have? Espresso is good today. I am? Yes. You've convinced me. Yes, espresso is good.
And we don't see the relation that there is between generic food and the landscape that this food left behind. As humans, we're transforming the landscape, and we are transforming vineyards in Gorisca Verde in Ghana just to get those grapes. Yeah, we're transforming fields in Colombia always to get those beans. So this is the product of civilization. Yes, those seeds and those fruits that we're drinking and we're consuming. So it doesn't matter where your coffee comes from. It doesn't matter what is the price, and they just make this mix, and every year tastes the same. But what this thing is doing to the landscape behind in Ethiopia, in Kenya, in Brazil, in Colombia, in all the equator where coffee is produced, is to produce generic landscape where agro industry comes with varietals disappear when you put just more density, because the only quality that imports is quantity, the quality of the bean, of the relation between the tree and the bush of coffee who is growing. And now we're not producing a landscape for us to drink straight from the field. We're producing these things so we get to factories so they can homogeneize the flavor. And when we're doing that, we're destroying what is unique in our ecosystem now. this thing that you taste with your tongue has a landscape behind, and this landscape is called the terroir. It's the culture, the climate, the regulations, the people living for producing this unique flavor. So this unique flavor comes because there is a unique landscape. That's why I do believe that I didn't give up architecture. I'm still an architect doing something that no other architect is doing. That's it.